42-41. First of all, it's a poorly executed football game. Starting right here. Right here at the top. Starts with myself. It goes to our assistant coaches. Goes down to those captains. Goes down to our seniors. Goes down to everyone in that locker room. It was everybody take a turn. From offensively to defensively to special teams. You go out there and it's 42-41. And I think we missed an extra point. Gave up a sack fumble for a touchdown. 500 yards of offense for them on 66 plays. It just went up and down the field, really no answer. I'm just sick. It's a very, just mad. You come in here right at the ball game. It's hard to come in here and talk when you doggone experience what we just experienced, and so I'm pretty doggone mad. Those that want to doggone play on this football team and contribute and get better, and I told them to show up, and then the ones that we need and the ones that we want, they will. And the ones that we don't, they won't, and we're going to move forward. But, I told those guys, we sat around here and we were sitting here 0-2 thinking we were a pretty decent football team and go out there and we were playing like we're the doggone number one team in the country, and they shoot. Nowhere close. We didn't execute at all today, and it's a very, very pitiful feeling.
Coach, just the procedural stuff, some of the penalties, some of the sloppy play, has that been something that has just been showing up a lot in the games, or is it something during practice it's not been as crisp?
Yeah, it hasn't shown up in practice. It's shown up in practice for whatever reason. Penalties occur. We haven't been a huge penalized team in the past, but some of our penalties are just foolish. Some personal foul penalties and things of that nature. And right there at the end of the game, you go down, you take the lead, and then we get a doggone an unsportsmanlike conduct. We just take the lead. They get the opportunity to go back. You ask me, are we playing smart football? No, we're not playing smart football. Do we want all our fans in the stands to see us go out and dance after we just took a 1-point lead with a minute to go? I guess we do. I guess we want. That's what we want to do. Look at me, because I'm a hell of a damn player, and we're a hell of a team. And then they just take it right down our throat and score and beat us by 1 point. So it's showing up in the game. And we've got to clean that crap up. And I've got to clean that crap up. To think you go out there and lose that football game. Who knows? I don't know how the ending may have occurred had they started 15 yards back. I have no idea. I don't know. It's just frustrating.
Just defensively, what were the struggles? Was it lack of pass rush? Defensive backs not doing their assignments for them to allow more than 400 yards passing, just defensively?
It looked like a lack of doggone intensity, if you ask me. It did. Honestly, I don't know. I look at our team, and sometimes you can look at them, and a lot of times you can look at them. They're ready to play. A lot of them just ready to push after the play. Than to play. Yeah, they weren't ready to play. We weren't ready to play. We make sure that's clear. We weren't ready to play.
Yeah. And also, you lost Blake Carroll to a leg injury. Any update on him, and how big of a factor was that, you think, in this contest, not having him available?
Blake is a really, really great football player for us. Losing him was a tremendous loss. I don't know the update on him. I couldn't tell you. We'll have to wait and see and hope for the best. But when you lose a guy like Blake Carroll, he's a captain, he's a leader, and it takes a little bit of juice out of you.
I guess one positive, maybe Darren Granger, maybe his best passing effort of the season. What can you take from his performance and just the offense and their contributions today?
I'm sorry, I can't take anything from this game right now. I really can't. I can't take a single thing from this game. No. Not at this moment.
How long do you let this one get at you like this before you just have to move on because you have an early turnaround with Coastal coming in on Thursday?
I tell you what, I hope it doggone sinks into us, and I hope it lasts until the doggone kickoff of Coastal. I really do. I hope it lasts, and it should. listen, anytime you go and you miss a point attempt, I mean, and you fall behind, you know, you gotta go for two, and then you gotta, you know, rebound from that. And those things are so, I mean, they're so important, but for whatever reason, the concentration level is just not there on the extra point attempt, and it goes wide, and it just, I mean, for me personally, it deflates me. You go out and you work, and you put a drive together, and you go there and you score, and then here we go for our extra point attempt, and for whatever reason, you just can't make it. You cannot make the extra point. That's concentration. That's coaching. That's on the player as well.
You talked about the strip sack. When it was 14-7 at that point, you were driving. Did you feel a kind of shift at that point, that things that maybe were on the up and up, and then at that point it kind of spiraled?
I mean, no. I mean, we still felt comfortable at that point, but you know, those are huge momentum swings. Anytime you give up a strip sack or a touchdown, you know, it's one thing to get beaten. It's one thing to not do your assignment correctly and give up a strip sack for a touchdown. That's what really rips me. I don't mind them going out. They're competing. They're doing what they're supposed to do, and a guy whips another guy. You know, I can take it. But when you just don't do what you're supposed to do, and something like that happens, yes, that guts me. You know, we've got great backs, and you go with kind of who you feel's got the hot hand or the look, and you know, sometimes we go with Tuck because he's so strong on the short yardage, but you know, Marcus getting in there and getting the reps, that's just the way it turned out. You know, we did know we were going to get him in the game more. We certainly did that. I don't know how many games or how many carries he had. He had 15 carries for 95 yards, so yeah, it just turned out like that.
Jamari's the one who finished with 213, but it did help having Jakai's back. Seemed like he had a couple of those big catches to extend some drives.
Yeah, you know, we've got to make some plays with our skill players on the outside, and they did today. Could have had more, of course, but it certainly, to have Stretch out there doing what he can do is a plus for us. I think this is the first game. I mean, he's not healthy, but he was able to go out and play at a pretty competitive level, and that's always a big help for our offense.